HBCU Game Day celebrates Women's History Month.
Water. It seems so simple, yet it is so complicated and precious. In summer of 2022, Jackson, Mississippi experienced a water crisis much like the notorious Flint, Michigan water crisis of 2014. At some levels, it was unfathomable. In 2022, we expect to turn on the faucet and have usable water to cook with, to bathe in, and of course, to drink. Unfortunately, for some residents of Mississippi, the nightmare became a reality. For residents of Jackson, where the Jackson State Tigers were preparing to make a run at a national championship in football, it was all too real. When news of the crisis hit, folks from all over did what they could to support Jackson in this crisis. Then came a hefty gift from Carolyn Hardy, president and founder of Hardy Beverages, LLC. Jackson State University received H2 premium hydrogen-infused water from Hardy, and it helped ease the burden of water for the health of the citizens.
Hydrogen is the smallest molecule in the universe. So number one, hydrogen won't stay in a plastic bottle, okay? It will actually come out the sides of a plastic bottle or a glass bottle. We have an aluminum pouch that's 100% aluminum. And when I say 100% aluminum, it's not just the pouch that's aluminum, but we actually had to put aluminum in the cap area to trap that hydrogen gas in. So our pouch is 100% aluminum, and it gives us a 1-year shelf life. Also, you talked about Mother Earth. Our process and to produce a pouch from beginning to end throughout the entire supply chain generates 75% less greenhouse gases than any can or bottle.
You remember hydrogen. Our high school science classes often had the periodic chart posted for all to see. We don't remember all of the elements, but in the upper left, the smallest of all, hydrogen was the big H. And if we remembered nothing else, we remembered that it started the periodic table.
One of the questions I ask myself every day is, what can we do to help our people? Whether that be a role model, whether that's putting on training programs to educate our people, to teach them to fish. I believe that when we come to the aid of our people, it really does a lot of things for them. A, it creates a sense of pride. Number two, it creates a role model. Because I tell people that you do what you can do. You don't have to do what the next person does. Do what you're capable of doing. So I'm looking at these kids and I'm thinking about my kids who went off to college. And if they couldn't come to campus because of water, they would be devastated. And what we've learned during COVID is that the best teaching environment is when the child's in the classroom. This remote learning is an okay solution. It's a temporary Band-Aid, but it can't be our go-to-market strategy for education.
H2 is intended to reduce joint inflammation and remove body toxins, in turn improving overall health. The premium water is manufactured in the Hardy Beverage state-of-the-art facility located in Memphis, Tennessee. The value of the donation exceeded $35,000.
And I said, I can't help Jackson, Mississippi, that's too big. I said, but I can help JSU. And she said, wow. I said, let me see what I can do, help me get a contact, and that's what we did.
Hardy has made a career of innovation and implementation of critical elements of beverage production. So this was a natural progression for her. The line includes flavors and formulas that provide not only variety, but multiple uses.
Yeah, I'm a CPA by profession, but I worked for the Smucker Company many years ago, and I became the first female plant manager. So I actually ran a facility, okay? And jelly actually processes a lot like beverages. After being with Smuckers for 20 years, I spent a little bit of time in technology. You said you have a technology degree. I spent a few years as vice president with Honeywell Palms. And then I went on to Coors, and I ran one of Coors' billion-dollar division. I produced Coors Light and all the specialty Coors beers. And then after running that facility for Coors for almost 5 years, they decided they were going to close it. And the facility's in Memphis, Tennessee. And I was so concerned that we're going to lose a valuable asset in this community. Most people don't understand that breweries don't build breweries every year, okay? You'll find a brewery built maybe once every 50 years. Once every 50 years. And give you an example, the only two breweries that I can remember that's been built in the US over the last 50 years A brewery was added to Shenandoah, Virginia for Coors, and a new brewery was built by Anheuser-Busch down in Texas over the last 50 years. So if you've got a brewery in your community, you need to do everything you can to save it. So I actually saved the brewery, bought it, and started contract beverage manufacturing. I used to produce for Coke, for Arizona Iced Tea, for Crunk, for 7-Eleven Select, all of their juices. So produce for all the big boys.
The HBCU community thanks Carolyn Hardy and the Hardy Beverage Company for their generosity to our sister HBCU at a critical time as this. For HBCU Game Day, I'm Jasmine Mackey.